Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. It's a design boot. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up second down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Sending a receiver left. 2nd and 10 now. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's called the quarterback's best friend, Kate. Gains like that on the screen aren't possible without everyone doing their job. One missed assignment is the difference between a big gain and being dropped for a loss.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He has it at the 13. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Colts will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. After advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Hey!
Play action with Richardson. He's got time here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurried throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Hand off to the back. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This is hauled in by Ingram. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Now on 4th down, it's Trenton Gill out to kick it away. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Eagles will take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they'll wrap him up after a short carry at the 24. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Pass play now. That's caught for the 1st. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
1st down, ball at the 36.
70 Lions.
Here's a give up the middle. Pushing for the red zone. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone. Down at the 20. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
First down, a run with Barkley. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They motion a receiver left. On 2nd and 9. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. That was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Bronco switch. Here we go. Go.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at 3rd and still 10 here.
Cougar 19.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. So that brings up 4th and long. Trenton Gill out there again to punt this away. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be their football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. We send a man in motion. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. It's his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
From the gun on third down. Cut by the open man. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Barkley couldn't pick up anything, and now he brings up third and goal from the 2.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you now forced to put the ball in the air.
Buckle up, it's third and goal. They're going to try to run it in, Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on third and goal.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
They give to Taylor, right side. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Second and 4. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
79
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Oh, tried forcing it to the slants, it's intercepted. Has room down the left sideline. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line.
Ready,
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
set, go.
Now a toss play, Taylor. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Track at 60. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Ready.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
60 by 6.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, you really do love those 5-yard gains on 1st down. You know what it kind of feels like? Kind of feels like making pars on the golf course on the par 3s. And now, on the par 5s, you can go let it rip.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
They go again with Taylor. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Let's go now. Go.
Taylor now up the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. Set.
Here's the handoff. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff for Taylor. Has a lane inside the 25. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Oh, wow, and he mishit that one. The unfortunate mistake giving them excellent field position. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Come on, set.
They put a receiver in motion right. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Ready? 70,
Looking to the air here. Escapes out to the left. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That's completed right side. And he gets in, touchdown Philadelphia! The Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty.
Go! Buffalo 18! Check go!
Throwing now, Richardson. Hitting Ingram on the slant. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, here we go!
Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready up!
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set!
Back to throw it. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. The rookie out of Miami with the pick. And the Eagles watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a give running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Let's go!
Offense to the line for second down.
Cowboy 80! Trap 60, trap 60! 19 tight, 19 tight!
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
On the set!
Everyone's prepped. It's second down
18
now.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal! Ready! Go!
To throw, Richardson. It is caught left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! Huh.
From the gun, Taylor. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Running back sent in motion. Richardson back to throw. He's going deep this time. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw, here's Richardson. Diving right side, got it! And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of...
And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Colts cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone, so the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. Running right, it's Barkley. He's contained at the line for no gain. Juju Brents with a stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Reward that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. Stuffed at the line a 2nd time, and now it'll be 3rd and 10. Now looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. That's taken at the 15. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Check, check.
A give left side to Taylor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Taylor again. He loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Now a handoff to Taylor. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Come 19! Come 19! Hut, hut.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Reload! Set! Ready!
Taylor trying the left side. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Richardson on 3rd. Trying for the deep ball. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Fields this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And it's going to be their football coming up. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Richardson now. Complete. It's Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right? When the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Here we go,
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Throwing on 3rd and long. On target to his man Taylor. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
They just get the play off. Headed out right. Here's a deep shot towards the end. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Indianapolis. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah.
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts cut it to a field goal game. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's just a field goal game right now as we get set for our final quarter. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Motioning him from the slot right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Buys time, rolling right. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, I'll say this. If you're willing to chance a throw like that, an early down is where you want to do it. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work out, but you still got time now to try to find something else on the play sheet.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Go.
Pass play coming here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. The Eagles are in punt formation. Brady Mann will kick it away. Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the offense ready to head back out onto the field.
Hold it ready.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Huh.
Right up the gut. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now a run with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Ready. 19-18.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. We don't get a return out of that punt. And that is where they'll start the next drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now. Ryan. 18, right here.
Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Colts will take over. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go. Set.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Got it. Ready?
2nd and 3 now.
Go.
A run here with Taylor. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He gets 6 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Shut up.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. This is Taylor, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Forced out to his right. Down the right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll throw it. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He finds Sanders. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts trail by a field goal. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Go.
Back to throw. Taylor makes the catch. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Ready.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready.
He'll look to throw it. On the move, headed right. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone he had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40.
Let's go.
Putting a receiver in motion. Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 3 now. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Looking to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big gain downfield. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Check go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Okay, ready?
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos. Ready, ready?
To throw, Richardson. Cut down the left side by his running back. Oh, baby. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
This a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Searches from... Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Colts are stuck on the return. So a turnover on the final play of regulation. And this game is not over yet. All right, so in overtime, Brock, we could see one possession or we could see 3+. If the team who gets it first scores, the game ends then and there. A field goal or less, and we play on, and their opponents get a chance to respond. And if we're still tied after those first 2 possessions, this soccer chick likes this. It's golden goal football, Brock. The next score would win. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Barkley's got it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Oh, big interception here. Juju Brents with a pick. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Colts surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. They go again with Taylor. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Richardson. He's on the move. This one finds Taylor. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Taylor. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they have 3rd and short.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Let's go. Go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Escapes the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's the risk you take trying to surprise him with a big play on 3rd and 1. You want answers. You get to a 3rd and 1 and you call up a pass, you want an answer. Get that ball out of your hands. He couldn't, and the defense responds.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Eagles will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He puts some air under it. Deep down the middle it goes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Ready up.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They kick the running back in motion. On 1st down, it's Richardson. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Come on, set. Buffalo AC. Ready.
Here he is to throw. And this is another incompletion. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute or convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the fair catch made here at the 15. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Trap 60. Ready.
They'll throw to begin this drive. He's on the move. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. From the 19. He's got Smith. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
Saturday Lions.
out of shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. From the 39. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Slot man motioned over. Throwing now. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. So overtime, a defensive battle, Brock. Didn't even see a field goal go through. And in the end, even after some bonus football, this one's going to finish in a tie. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. This celebration begins for our winners as we say so long from Indy.